Good afternoon, everyone. It's Darren, aka Scott Watch here, and an exciting afternoon for me. Firstly, this is the first time I've ever done an unboxing type video or a review video at all, actually. So hopefully this will be of interest to someone who's perhaps thinking about an A-13A watch. So please give me any constructive hints or criticism down in the comments below. Also exciting because this has just come in from Italy, just arrived today. A-13A watch from Paolo in Milan. Really excited to get this. A little bit about me. I love my tool watches. I'm really into divers watches and pilots watches. I've got a great range of watches over the years. At the minute, I'm really into Zin watches. Currently wearing a U1 here. I've got a U50. Pilots watches. I've got an 857 UTC as well. I've had other pilot watches like an IWC Big Pilot in the past, and on divers watches as well. That's what's brought me to this one. I was on Paolo's website, I would think a couple of years ago before lockdown, looking at this, following his progress with his automatic Kickstarter campaign as well. And I kind of been lurking in the background thinking about one of these, but I recently came back to it and thought, hey, I'm going to pull the trigger on that. That looks really good. I read some great reviews on some of the forums as well and thought this is something worth trying. So exciting day today to get this. So I'm going to get into this, quit blethering and get onto it. I've got it here. You can see it comes in this packaging. It's got my own detail and serial number on here. It says cut here, so Leatherman here. I'm going to get into that and do that and see what's inside. There we go. Says on the lid here, caution, spare parts under this cap, so we'll need to have a look in that in due course, see what's there. I've got a foam roll here, and cool, got a little letter from Paolo. We'll have a read at that. That's really cool, nice to see. And I've got the foam, I guess the watch is in there, and I've got some instructions and a little user manual here. That's cool. Certainly, I've been looking at his website, and I know there's not a lot of detail on there in terms of the watch's features. So it's good to get this and be able to have a look at some of the features. Let's get it out. Let's get into this. This is nestled in here. Let's pull it out. Here we go. It's a tight fit. Wow, it's a really tight fit. There we go. Excellent. Oh, look at this, guys. This is really exciting. First impressions straight away already. Clear that out of the way. First impressions already really, really like this. It's such a clean dial. It's just so crispy clean. There's no kind of anything extraneous on there at all. It's just, you know, that matte black deep finish. Hopefully this is picking up. I'm kind of trying to angle it so that the camera can hopefully see this. Real just that matte black finish is lovely. The hands are crisp white. Pointers going right out to the minute markers. Lovely. The re-hot as well. That kind of, you know, again, matte black finish. No wording on there. A-13A is kind of tucked in under there. You can maybe just make out in the light pilot watch just above that. Really subtle. I was a little bit worried, I must admit, when I looked at some of the pictures online that pilot watch was going to be kind of obvious or distracting. It's not at all. Please don't worry about that. That looks really good. Onto the case and the pushers. I can see the pushers have obviously got little blue protectors on them. The crown, hopefully you can make out his little logo there. There's a cross section of a wing. I think I'm not a pilot, so hopefully I've got that right. The brushed finish on the case. Let me open this up. Brushed finish on the case is really smooth, really nice. I'm not feeling any sharp edges here. It looks good. You can see the lugs are kind of quite curved. You know, they're coming down like well below the bottom of the case here. So hopefully that means it'll fit well. You may have spotted, I should have maybe mentioned, but obviously you'll have spotted, it's a lefty. I asked Paolo about that, and he made this up for me. I've never had a lefty, and I thought this was a great opportunity to give one a try, something a little bit different. And kind of looks a little bit like the Zinn, the mission timers that they make, where they have most of their buttons on the left. So really nice to see that. This side of the case obviously really clean, round to the back. Obviously it's got a protective film on it, and again you can see A-13A serial number and everything's on there. First impression, again, really nice. Really like the look of this. This is great. The strap, it's got a little Kevlar logo on there. It's kind of dark grey. I would say it's dark grey rather than black. Feels nice. It's got the leather underside. It's got the logo again. So strap, again, looks good. I know a lot of you will be swapping straps out. Certainly I've got a few I'd love to try on this. It's a 20mm lug. And certainly I'd love to try and put something on there, maybe something with like a closed end, like a silicone strap off one of my Zinns or something. I think would look really good on there as well. So overall, I'm really pleased with that. Let's try some of the functions. Hopefully this is kind of coming up clear on the picture. Obviously, because it's a lefty, the whole movement will be turned around. So my start stop is going to be this one, I suspect. It is, yeah. There we're off and running. Again, really smooth action on the pusher. Doesn't feel, sticky or anything. Nothing's wobbling. Everything's really tight. The movement of the second hand, it's it's snapping nicely onto the minute markers. It's lining up pretty well. Certainly, for the kind of price point we're at here, this the hand alignment is kind of bang on, and obviously you've got two chrono hands to line up. We'll take a look at those when we reset it. We'll just keep it running until we get to the minute and see that minute hand move on, the one with the little aeroplane on it. You can see there the lining up with the 60s, kind of bang on at the minute. It's really nice. That's really sharp. You can see the big kind of counterweights on the chrono hands. They're okay. They're not distracting. I think they're there we go. We've moved on. I think some people would say it's hiding the A-13A, especially when it's stopped. But yeah, that's I think it's fine. So stopping and restarting. Reset. Right. See the reset there. The second hand spins round to the 0, and then the minute hand spins round to the 0 right after it. Really nice reset action. I've heard that mentioned in a couple of the forums. It's really cool actually to see it firsthand. So that's where we're at with this. I'm going to try it on. This U1 I've got on. It's a beast of a thing. I'll maybe do a separate video about this if anyone's interested. Let me know in the comments. This is on a metal bracelet, so this thing weighs a ton. I've had this on all day, so it'll be interesting to see how this feels. Changing over to the A-13A. If I try and pop this on here, straps obviously brand new and a bit stiff, so struggling to get it on there. There we go. Okay. Obviously the strap's a bit narrower. It's a 22mm on this Zinn. This is 20mm, and it looks like maybe tapering down to 18 on the buckle end, which I'm kind of faffing with, getting it into the little keeper. Here we go. Okay. Again, that kind of first impression coming straight from that huge Zinn. This feels small, but obviously it's not. Yeah, it's everything's relative. That it feels really good. It's really comfortable. Those curved lugs are kind of wrapping around my wrist. I can feel that. It feels kind of light and comfortable. No problem at all size wise. Being the lefty as well, I think that's going to work well. Time will tell. Having the crown and pushers over on the left, they're not digging in here to my wrist. Obviously the back of my hand. So I think that's maybe going to be a good decision. But yeah, that straight up, I'm loving the feel of that. It feels comfortable. Doesn't feel too bulky at all. I got a double cuff on here at the minute. Sorry, bashing the camera. You can tell I'm an amateur. Yeah, I mean I got a double cuff there, and it fits under fine, no problem at all. It's gonna work well, with a work shirt as well. So yeah, first impressions, guys, I'm delighted with that. I was delighted with the service from Paolo as well. I can't praise him highly enough. Great communication from a seller all the way through, telling me what's happening. So helped me out with some queries I had beforehand. Very accommodating when I was asking him about a lefty. So yeah, big praise to Paolo for his service. But even bigger praise to Paolo for making a fantastic product. Really nice. I'd love to see it in lume. I'm not going to get a lume shot here. It's broad daylight, sun shining through the window here. But I'll maybe try and get a lume shot onto another video. Guys, thanks very much indeed if you've listened all the way through. It's my first time doing an unboxing or any kind of review video. I'd love to do more if people are interested. Hopefully this has been of some help to you if you're interested in this type of watch or considering buying one of these. Certainly, as you can gather from my reaction, I'm delighted with it. Really pleased with this as a purchase. At this price point, I think it's fantastic, and I think it sits well alongside watches that are considerably more expensive. I've got no problem with the looks and feel of this watch straight out of the box at all. Time will tell. I'll maybe do an update video if people are interested in a little while, but certainly for now, thanks very much. Wear your watches in good health, guys, and we will speak again.